Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm late. oh my gosh, hello, welcome to the stream, darling. Welcome to the stream, welcome. I'm going to try to make this stream nice and quick. But I do want to thank everybody for coming to today's stream. I meant to stream an hour ago. I'm so sorry. Can you hear the audio? Hi, Grog. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hi. I'm not very good at making ASMR sounds. So I'm just gonna... Hi, Zach Matthews, welcome to the stream! Oh, you know what would be cool if we played Honkai Star Rail? I love Honkai Star Rail. Hi, Zach Matthews! Oh, okay. So, fun fact, everybody. My boyfriend was like, hey, you a hunter is a Pokemon, and I was like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, the hunter is a Pokemon trainer. And I was like, shit. I don't know anything about Pokemon. So I switched the script last second. I might have to readjust my model because what the fuck is happening? Let me fix it real quick. But otherwise, hi everybody. How are you guys having a good day so far? That's true, I could stick to mouth pops. I should probably put ASMR in the title, huh? I mean... I don't know. Oh, but is everybody excited for Halloween? I love Halloween, it's so good. No. No. Well, so like, sorry. Okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted. I have a friend that I'm gonna hang out with today, and I'm really excited because we're watching K-drama together. But we might not hang out at all, which is too bad, so I'll make this ASMR stream worth it. I'll make it worth your time, since we aren't hanging out today anymore. We're gonna have a great day. Do I listen to horror audio stories? No, I don't. I used to. There was this one, There was this one channel, horror story that I listened to that was like awful. No. So I'm gonna start the ASMR. Let me try not to get distracted anymore. But okay. Focus. Hocus focus. Oh, big I have an idea. So my I've never seen Hocus Pocus before. Thank you, Green Dragon. Thank you so much. Oh, a chew. It was quite interesting. Oh, that's interesting. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Thank you for the hearts. Okay. So this script says sounds of the season. What the fuck does a season make? What the fuck does a sound of a season make? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm breaking character. Hi, Wei, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Welcome. Do I just play leaf crinkling sounds like Winter makes a sound of yeah, so welcome to the stream, Leanne. Welcome. Not to sponsor. If you want horror stories, you can listen to Chilling Tales for Dark Night. I could probably read horror stories as an ASMR thing. That'd be cool. Instead of doing a script, that's a good idea. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that instead. What do you think? Leaves rustling, wind blowing, branches creaking. I don't think I'm good at ASMR. Oh. Yeah. I'm open to everything. Okay. Well, it is a Halloween date night. I never specified that we would have a script. I mean, I did say we were gonna have a script, but I don't know. She's a little she's a little confused, but she's got the spirit. Yeah, thank you. On a certain video to go. Okay. Shush. Go away, shush. Okay, what's a good Halloween horror stories that I should talk about? Way to date. Parasocial mode activated. Okay, let me look up some horror stories on Reddit. Let's see. Man, I should have prepared better. I really gotta pee. Okay. Oh, while everyone's waiting. Creepypasta? Ooh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Wee. I broke my streak of like not nutting because I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I can wait till No Nut November if I really wanted to. So I glazed my donuts. I creamed my puff 18 times today. I tried to go for 20, but the beef was raw. It was raw. I was like, yeah, raw beef, raw beef. 18, what do you mean, how? You're sharing a lot with us. Well, of course, I love my followers. I want them to know all there is to know about me. Plus, it's not even that much. It's just like 18 times. Listen, it's like the Olympics. Cream my puff? Oh. Well, I do want cream puffs now. Now that you say that. Now that you say it like that, I kind of want cream puffs. So how do you feel now? It hurts. It's burning. But I can probably go again after this stream. Giving you cream puffs, PRP. Oh my god. No. He gives me... Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, but you know, let's see. Let's look for creepypasta. Cause I'm your girlfriend today. Yay! Best of creepypasta. Okay, my phone's at 8%, so that's its own creepypasta, if you know what I mean. Oh my god, holy shit, that's not even the... Oh my god, this is so scary. This is not... Oh, this is not the right place. Creepy PMs? Place for people to share the strange or disturbing PMs they get from all over the internet. Creepypasta. Okay, let's see. There's so many scary, photos on here that I, healthy at least. Yes, I'm very healthy. Very, very healthy. I'm surprised I'm not as dry as a desert after this, because it smells in here. Miles is one of my favorite creepy noodles. Oh! Oh! There's this... Oh, let me read you my favorite creepypasta because it's genuinely terrifying. Okay. Okay, I think it's this one. Story? Okay, I have to use r/no sleep. I think this is... I think this is the right one. I think the scariest thing is I can't fully tell if she's joking or not. I'm a cast member at Disneyland and I have some horrifying secrets to share. Okay, ready? We're gonna be reading horror stories to each other. Oh. Teddy and I have been working at Disneyland for years. The two of us... Oh yeah! Oh, I need to get my crickets. I'm gonna eat crickets, remember? Remember, I was gonna eat crickets on stream today. BRB real quick, okay? Okay, guys, good news, bad news. I lost the crickets. I guess that's a good and a bad thing. I don't know where they went. Where'd they go? Oh, oh, my seedlings, I'm so sorry. I think I left them on my bed. No. I can probably look again. But here, let me read a funny Halloween joke before I go, because I feel like I have been prolonging the stream a lot and I don't want to do that to you. Okay? Let's see, Halloween jokes. Okay. Why didn't the mom let the little witch go trick-or-treating with her friends? She was expelled from school. Okay, what is white, black, and dead all over? A zombie trick-or-treating in a tuxedo. Okay, that one was actually pretty cheesy. Okay, one more. How do ghosts do their makeup before they go out trick-or-treating? They use vanishing cream. It hurts. Every time I laugh, my coochie hurts. Okay, it's so great. I love it. Hello, Beta Squares. Welcome. Okay, so for the script I was supposed to read, what's a haunter sound? Does it go like... Why didn't anybody want to go trick-or-treating with Dracula? Because he's a pain in the neck. Oh. Oh. Helter, welcome to the stream. Okay, can one of you distract? Can one of you distract? Date night with Nyabi, that's right. Do you want Halloween kisses? What makes them spooky and Halloweeny is that, I had a pound of Doritos before this stream. What's even spookier is that No, I want some candy? Okay. Everyone take a vote. Do you guys like, candy corn? Do you guys like candy corn? Who likes candy corn here? Cause it's a Halloween sweet treat. I need to know if you like candy corn. Does anybody like candy corn? I don't. Candy corn are gross. Oh. Oh, really? I had no idea. Well, I'm glad you love candy corn. That's good. I'm gonna eat all your candy corn. Thank you, darling. Thank you, babe. Hello, Dice Waifu in Training. Welcome to the stream. Elterinus. What? Nani? Okay, I hope this was enough time. I'm gonna go BRB again and look for my crickets. I'm gonna eat the crickets on stream. Yeah. Okay, so I got sour cream and onion. I think there's salt and vinegar, and then there's like bacon flavor. I kind of don't want the bacon flavor. Wee wee, more like pee pee. But yeah, no, I really got to el bacon. El bacon. Yeah, no, I'm gonna eat the bacon first because I don't like it. I just need to find the actual crickets, so I'm gonna like rip apart my bedroom in the next few seconds. No. It's bacon flavored crickets. Bacon flavored crickets. 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 Is this ASMR? Am I doing ASMR right? Am I doing ASMR right? It triggered. What? Crickets. Well, I am Hispanic. Yo puedo hablar español. ¿Cómo se llama? Me llamo Nyabi. ¿Cómo sé? Como si, como secas, como sa, como si, como se, como cosa. Hola. ¿Quieres Do you want to carve pumpkins together, darling? Whenever I'm dating someone, I'm more of a darling person, but I also like it when I get to call people baby. Like, hey, what's up, baby? I'm Elvis Presley. It's nice ASMR, but it needs to be more wet. Okay. Say no more wee wee. Okay, actually, that's kind of gross. Hey guys, sex ASMR. Oh my god. That's too wet. That's too wet. That's too wet. Okay. I'll make it drier for you, wee wee. Okay, hold on. Oh my god. Water check. Oh, damn, that's bone dry. Okay, do you guys have any trigger words that you want me to say before I go get some crickets? Oh, you know what's a good trigger word? Okay, let me say it. This is also gonna get me the simps. My honey. Say bonk. Yeah. Bongo wongo. Bongo. Bongo wongo. Who's giving me so many hearts? You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm gonna give you as many hearts as you give. I'm gonna give you as many kisses as you give me hearts. So if you keep giving me hearts, I'm gonna keep kissing you on the stream, and then this is never gonna end. So actually, okay, this is my fingers. Ew, they're covered in spit now. I really have to pee. Hey, babe. Or hey, darlings. Hey, seedlings. Would you like to carve a pumpkin together? Would you like to go trick-or-treating? Or would you like to trick my treat, if you know what I'm saying? I'm just fast. Oh my god. Green. Aw, you're so cute. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna BRB and I'm gonna just throw all of my blankets on the floor. Because I don't know where my crickets are. I want to share my crickets with you. Cute girl wants to share cricket snack with you. Blushes, blushes, doki doki. Senpai, I got you these crickets. Doki, doki, doki. Okay, I'm sorry. This is not ASMR. This is just stupid. This is so BS. This is so fucking stupid. Oh. Okay, Doki Doki, senpai. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna go get my crickets now. Thank you guys. I'll be right back, okay? Thank you, thank you. I found them, guys. Guys, I found the crickets. Okay, I found the crickets. Ooh, okay, so salt and vinegar. I found the crickets. So there's salt and vinegar, bacon and cheese, and sour cream and onion. Mmm, delicious. Okay. So, I'm gonna take a picture so that way everybody could see it. Okay, everybody. Cool. me see. Let me pull it up. Cricket ASMR. Okay, so I don't know why that wore me out. I get worn out so easily, and you want to hear the funniest part of this entire cricket like when I was looking for the crickets? It was in my bag. It was in my purse. I'm so goofy. I'm such a goofy little girl. So I got the fucking crickets, my man. I got the crickets. I got the crickets. I got the crickets. Okay, so anyways, I got the crickets. I got the crickets. Goofy and cute. I'm very silly. I'm just a silly girl. Let me grab the crickets. Okay, so. Oh shit. No, that's not the right. No. Cool. Crickets. Yummy. I think it's very fitting for Halloween, don't you? I have a lot of stuff. What do you think? Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna start from the left and go to the right. Sour cream. Actually, should I go with bacon? I think I should say. What? Which one should I eat first? Which one should I eat first? I'm gonna start from the ass if I do. Alright. I'm gonna start with. Hold on, let me clear my mouth out. Okay. They have flavored crickets. Yeah! Which one should I eat? Which one should I eat first? I'm gonna eat the sour cream and onion if somebody doesn't say anything. Alright. Yum. So it looks like there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crickets per packet. Sounds delicious. I hope they haven't lost their flavor. Yeah. Okay, so I'll take all 7 No. Don't. No. Okay, so I'm gonna eat the sour cream and onion. I think that's one that's gonna taste the best, honestly. But I do enjoy a salt and vinegar. I'm not so sure about the... Oh my god. Okay, how do they even get bacon... Or how did they even get sour cream and onion on this? It looks like it hasn't even been touched. Now I'm kind of scared, you guys. I don't know. This looks kind of gross. But it also, I really want to crunch it. Oh, next time on Nyabi stream, we eat ants. Okay, ready? Okay, that wasn't so bad. Just the thought of having bugs in my teeth is so bad. I'll eat another one. Well, no, I'm gonna save it. Crunchy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I was like, ooh, I want to eat crickets. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh boy, now I've eaten crickets. Am I a degenerate? Okay, so. Ugh. God. Okay, anywho, I'm saving the salt and vinegar for last because I feel like that'll be the most intense. Okay, so the crickets do have a different tint based on what flavor they are, so that's good to know. Yeah, because these bacon and cheese ones are a lot more orangey than the sour cream and onion. But who thinks to themselves, hey, do you see that fucking bug over there? What if I were to make it into a snack and have flavors? It's like if you point to a bee and be like, oh shit, can I make candy out of that? You know, they do have bug candy too. It's like, I guess, really popular? Okay, I'm gonna get a fat one. I'm gonna get a fat cricket. This is bacon and cheese. Oh no, its head fell off. Ew. That's so weird. Jeez. Okay, ready? I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna eat the bacon and cheese cricket. Okay. This is high quality content right here. You know, I don't know how to feel about this. Okay, ready? Ready? I'm gonna start from the head this time. Oh, thank you, Kaz. Thank you, darling. Okay, ready? Huh. That did not taste like bacon and cheese at all. It would taste more like bacon and cheese if I wrapped it in bacon and cheese. Nope. No. No. Nom nom nom. Doesn't taste. It doesn't taste that like that at all. I hope with the salt and vinegar we get a more potent taste, because all of these are just kind of weird. Okay, hold on. I need to burp a little. I got cricket in my throat. Oh, I'm sorry. This is really so gross, isn't it? Oh. Well. Alright, chat. Do you want to try this last one with me? Say ah. Say ah. Say ah. Yum, 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 yum. Alright, ready? We're gonna try the salt and vinegar. Are you ready? Okay. Whoa. That's potent. Oh yeah. Oh. That's a potent cricket. Oh. It's so vinegary. Oh my god. That's such a vinegar. That's so vinegary. Oh my god. Water. Water. I might get another one because that one was the best. I'm gonna eat another one. I like those. I like those a lot. Then salt and vinegar chips? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. 1,000 times. Maybe Kaz might not say that, but absolutely. Alright, I'm gonna eat another one. Oh yeah. I like the salt and vinegar the best because it has the most flavor. I might take these to work as a snack. Okay. Oh shit. There goes the... There goes the vinegar in my mouth. Oh my gosh. I think that's enough. Okay. Maybe one more? One more? I'm gonna eat just this guy's head. Come here, guy. I feel like a carnivore. At some point, I used to say, "Oh, I'm a carnivore," because I would eat meat for every single meal. Yum 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 yum. Right. Fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Cricket, she's been batting around for an hour at this stream. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, no, the salt and vinegar. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That one was the most intense. Meatus. Meatus. Hi, wee wee, welcome back. Yeah, no. I would eat these again. They're good. It's just, I like the salt and vinegar because it makes me, like, fight for my life. Like, you know, hot chips? This is like my hot chip, in a way. But I don't eat hot chips, so that doesn't really make a sense, does it? Imagine if I just like have a bunch of these around my house and somebody comes over to my house and they're like, and I'm like, hey, do you want a snack? And yeah, I'll be looking like a hot chip. Oh fuck, that's hot. That's hot, wee, that's hot. You know how to romance a girl on a spooky Halloween day. I'm blushing, I'm blushing. But you know, and then I just hand them the crickets. I'm like, here's your little snack, or we have that over there. And it's like a fruit bug. I don't fucking know what would be a good fruit to imitate a bug, or like something specifically weird or gross. Yeah, it reminds me of the one roleplay I had in middle school when we were learning about cruel and unusual punishment in the justice system. We had to act out a cruel and unusual punishment, and the punishment that we got was cruel. Okay, anywho, we put a rat on somebody's head, then we wrapped him up in like a snake or something. It was a fake snake, and I was like, "Hark! Stop! That's cruel and unusual. Don't punish him like that." Which honestly, sometimes you see some court cases and you're like, I wonder. So weird. Okay, let me see if I can find some horror stories to read for the date. For our date. Just cozied up by candlelight. Is there anything you want me to bring with me, darling? Anybody? Does anybody have any ideas on what I should bring to my date? I'm so nervous. I'm not used to dating someone so attractive. Let me find something. Let me go. Let me go to Reddit and grab a story. Let's read a Halloween themed story, shall we? Alright, so this is r/no-sleep, posted by Like I Did. Okay? I'm going to put all of the horror stories I read in the description after the stream is over. Okay? My parents decided to move to this town on a whim. There is no better explanation. They were fed up with the high prices of rent in the city. In Sutton, they could afford a whole house with 3 bedrooms. I had my own room, they had theirs, and we even had an extra room for guests that would never come. My parents didn't know that then, though. The town was cute enough, at first. Small center with shops and a marketplace. We also quickly realized that the people here loved all sorts of community activities. Fruit and vegetable contests, a celebration for each season, and regular town meetings. Everything they could think of to distract themselves from what was going wrong with the town. I wasn't happy with the decision to move at first, but budged when I saw how happy it made my parents. Besides, I had only had 1 year of school left and was already planning to move away for college. We couldn't have known that I never would. What? What does that mean? Anywho. Oh my gosh, it's so long. Oh my gosh, 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 it's so long. Okay, let's see. For you to bring this, how about some tea? Oh, thank you for the tea. The town was cute enough. At first, small center with shops and a marketplace. We also quickly realized that the people here all love all sorts of community activities. Fruit and vegetable contests, a celebration for each season, and regular town meetings. Everything they could think of to distract themselves from what was wrong with the town. I wasn't happy with the decision to move at first, but budged when I saw how happy it made my parents. Besides, I only had 1 year of school left and I was already planning to move away for college. Oh, I remember. Oh, hello, Shiny Whisper. Thank you so much. I love you too. Well, you couldn't have known that I never would. I think I read that twice, so I'm just ruined the story. Should I keep reading it? Because I feel like I read that more than once. Oh shit, did I accidentally mute the tab? God damn it. This is so stupid. Okay, there we go. You know what? What if I get an AI reader to read this? Then it wouldn't be ASMR, would it? Okay. We moved here on the 1st of October, 1 year ago, and were quickly welcomed by most of our neighbors. The first ones were the Millers, who lived right next door to us. Mr. and Mrs. Miller came over with a huge wooden basket filled with all kinds of baked goods and massive smiles on their faces that never seemed to disappear. We were busy unpacking the boxes in our living room when they knocked on our door. Mum went to open it while Dad and I listened to the voices. "Oh, what a wonderful decision you made by buying this house," we heard the woman say. "And at the most perfect time as well. We saw that you have a daughter. She looks about the age of our Ethan. Oh, maybe he can tell her about all the fun and a young person can have in Sutton." The father spoke faster than a normal person should. Mum wouldn't get a single word in. Didn't get a single word in. I hope that my ASMR reading skills are okay. Yes, wouldn't that be wonderful? The three of you should come to dinner sometime. We would love to introduce you to our town, the mother continued. Have you met Harry yet? Slowly, Dad got up and walked towards the door. Oh, you must be the husband. Hello. My parents were city people. I could tell they were already overwhelmed by the warmth of the people and couldn't help but grin. Oh, that's wonderful. When the Millers left, we started snacking on all the goods they brought, but were interrupted every couple of minutes by new neighbors bringing more stuff. After the last ones, my dad closed the door and sighed. The three of us looked at each other for a moment and then started laughing. This will take a lot of adjustment, my mom giggled. But it could be worse, right? Well, at least we didn't have to worry about lunch or dinner today, I added. We had a bunch of casseroles, pies, and salads. Everyone brought us something. They are a little peculiar, but nice, I guess, Dad said. I'm sure we'll get used to it, and a bunch of parents are already planning friendships between you and their kids. Avery, you're already so popular, he joked. Ooh, should I replace it with my name? Oh. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just reading this. Okay. That's a good idea. Thank you. Okay. Ready. Okay. This is supposed to be a horror story, so everybody listen. Listen to me. I lost my spot. I lost my spot! No! Yeah, maybe I can become Harry's friend. Oh yes, what was that about? My mom asked. They all talked about this Harry person, but nobody ever told us who he actually is. Maybe the mayor? Are they gonna be British? Can I make them British? I'm gonna make them British. Due to the fall holidays, I would wait to start school. I also wasn't planning on growing friendships here. I had my friends at home after all, so I spent those days with my parents. The next day, I went to the grocery store with my mum so we could stock up on everything we didn't have yet. We walked to the town center, which only took us 10 minutes, to the store of one of our neighbors recommended. I expected a real grocery store, but it was more like this tiny kiosk with only the most essentials. They had no name brand and were mostly stocked with vegetables and dairy items. The woman behind the register gave us a big smile. Wonderful choice of items you made here. You know, everything we sell is produced locally. Oh, that's nice, my mother said. Yes, it is, isn't it? Even stuff like toilet paper? I asked. Well, no, not everything, but almost everything. We do not rely on the outside much, and we don't need to. Harry wouldn't like that, she whispered in that last sentence. Mom and I exchanged a curious look. Yes. Well, exactly is this Harry? We keep hearing that name, and... Mom stopped speaking when she saw the face of the woman change completely. She'd lost all color. You will learn soon enough, but hopefully not too soon. Just remember, we all stick together here. This confused us even more, but the woman wouldn't answer any more of our questions. Instead, she tried distracting us with all sorts of information about the upcoming fall festival. I wish she would have been right and that we would have had more time, but as it happened, I saw Harry that night. Okay, ready? It's part 2 and 3, I think? Yeah, okay. 3 and 4. Whoa! This is getting interesting. I've never read like a horror story like this. My parents had already gone to bed. The street was so quiet that you could have heard a pin drop outside. I was in my room watching a show when I heard footsteps, if you can call them that. It sounded more like someone dragging themselves on the floor. I walked over to the window, but couldn't see much at first. The street was dark. All the lights in the houses were out. I'd noticed people pulling down their shades earlier in the evening already, but as my eyes adjusted better, I saw where the sound was coming from. I saw a man in ripped clothes with something that looked like straw hanging out from his arms and legs. His movement seemed awkward and slow. His body was all crooked and bent, almost as if he were hurt, but every now and then he would slightly change directions, going in a zigzag line. I couldn't really see his face until he stopped, right in front of our house, and started looking up at my window. Suddenly, I was painfully aware that my room was the only one around with the light on. My breath got heavier, but the rest of my body was frozen. And that's when the door opened. My door opened and my light was shut off. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. Suddenly, my hand pulled me out of my room and into the hallway. It was Dad. Did you see that? He whispered. I saw Mum standing in front of their bedroom door. I nodded, not really able to speak. What a freak, my mother said. Joanna. I'm just saying, it's the middle of the night. He looks like he's on drugs. Why did you pull me out here? I asked, my voice finally back. I didn't want to admit that my parents might be as scared as me. We saw him looking up, and when he came to the hallway, your light was on. He was looking at you, Mum whispered. Dad walked back to my room and, after a while, he said, He's gone. Wow. When morning came, the three of us had calmed down. In the daylight, our fear of the prior night seemed ridiculous. It was probably just a drunk guy coming home from an early Halloween party, Dad said during breakfast. Yeah, I agreed. I still didn't like the way he stared at me, though. Mom kept rearranging the scrambled eggs on her plate, not really eating anything. Do you think that man was Harry? She asked after a while. I'd been thinking the same thing. We were able to laugh about it, but it didn't change the fact that something about this place really didn't feel right. That evening, we were invited to dinner at the Millers. At first, I didn't want to go with my parents, but I felt like it might be a good way to find out more about Harry and Sutton, so I went along. Mum brought a bottle of her favorite wine. She'd gotten a box full from the city before we moved, and the Millers were ecstatic about it. We sat down by their dinner table, which was already filled with lots of appetizers and decorations. The people here were great hosts. You have to give them that. Mr. Miller opened the wine and poured everyone, including me, a glass. This is fantastic. I don't remember the last time I had wine this good, Mrs. Miller exclaimed. I'm glad you like it, my mother said. I still have a few bottles if you'd like one for another time. No, I wouldn't want to take the last memories you have from home. Oh, don't worry, I can order more once we're out. The Millers exchanged a strange glance but didn't comment any further. Ethan, the father suddenly shouted, we're starting dinner. He looked at us, apologetically. Our son is sometimes just so lost in his own world. We'd already started eating when he finally came back to the living room. He resembled his dad with his black hair and tall stature. His mum was rather the opposite. Very short with red curls. He was also dressed very casually in a t-shirt and ripped jeans, while his parents looked like they were at a dinner party in the 50s. Ethan, meet our new neighbors, Eli and Joanna Russell, and their daughter, Nyabi. Hi, he mumbled as he sat down the free chair opposite me. Thank you, Green Dragon. Ethan was the first person in Sutton that we met who didn't smile when he saw us. He was quiet the rest of the dinner while his parents, as usual, kept speaking without a pause. Towards the end of the dinner, my mom decided to finally interrupt the strange couple by telling them about what we saw last night. For a moment, there was silence. The Millers looked very uncomfortable but didn't stop smiling. That was Harry, Ethan finally said. So it was Harry. Figures. Figures. Okay, hold on. I'm just moistening my throat real quick. One sec. Okay. That's what I thought, but we don't understand this. Does this happen more often? Does Harry have some kind of psychological problem? My mother bluntly asked. Mrs. Miller shushed her. Sorry, Joanna, that was rude of me. She looked around the room. It's just, we don't talk badly about Harry. Oh, I wasn't trying to. The man was staring at our daughter at night. We were just a bit concerned, that's all. We don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Everyone here is so happy that you moved to Sutton. Mr. Miller chimed in. It's just not simple to explain who Harry is. Has he ever harmed anyone here? Dad asked. Again, silence. Oh my gosh, there's so much left. Okay. We're gonna keep going. The dinner ended quickly and awkwardly after that. We left with more questions than answers. The following day, my mom suggested we take a little day trip so we could explore nearby towns and maybe find a place with decent grocery store. None of us admitted it, but I think that all of us were kind of creeped out and just wanted to get away for a bit. The neighbors here were open and friendly at first glance, but something was really wrong with them. I could see the regret in my parents' faces. We didn't belong here. We packed a few essentials and got in the car. We drove for 5 hours until we finally gave up. That's when we realized there was no way of leaving Sutton. The GPS was all wrong, streets came to dead ends. We tried to drive away the same way we came, but also almost seemed like those roads were gone. 3 of us felt as if we had lost our minds. Finally, we came to a long road and figured it would lead us out. The road was empty. We hadn't seen any houses for at least half an hour. There was nothing but fields. Dad pushed the gas harder and we finally were able to breathe properly again until we saw something on the road. From this distance we couldn't recognize what it was, but as we got closer we realized it was a person. They were slowly walking towards our direction. We came to a sudden halt right in front of him. I immediately recognized the shredded clothes and the straw. Everything about him looked fake except for his face. A human face with thick eyebrows and thin lips. We stood there for a moment as he dragged his body towards our car. Mum locked the doors. He opened his mouth, but no words came out. Then he reached his arm towards my mother's door. That's when Dad went back in reverse. When we were far enough away, he turned the car. We were almost out of gas, but still somehow made it back to our new house. When we got back, I saw Ethan sitting on their front porch with a book. My parents didn't want me to go over, but I convinced them that it was fine. They decided they would knock on some neighbors' doors to find out how to get out of town. "Tried to leave, huh?" he said as I approached. I nodded. He gave me a half-smile that felt genuine. "What's going on here?" I tried to hide the panic in my voice. "You fell into the trap. Once you move to Sutton, you stay here for good. The only escape is death." I swallowed. "That's ridiculous." He shrugged. "Doesn't make it less true. We came here before to look at the house we'd left after that. That was before you actually lived here. Now it's too late." A million thoughts raced through my mind, but I realized there was no use denying that what he was saying. We had just driven for hours through a tiny town. I knew that he was right, even if it felt wrong, so instead I turned to anger. Then why the fuck did no one warn us? He got up from the porch and came closer. "Because they are all insane. After the man who lived in your house died, they were just so happy to get new residents, new neighbors. They can't leave, so they try everything to get at least a little change. A little glimpse into the outside. It'll probably happen to you and your parents as well soon enough." My mother cried the entire evening. My father went from reasoning to anger to silence to apologizing. We tried calling and texting from the outside, but every time "we are trapped" would turn into "we are so happy," "this is hell" would change into "you should move here as well." The next few days continued the same. We tried to leave a few more times, by car, by foot, with bikes. While we didn't meet Harry again, we also didn't find our way out. The town felt like a maze. Slowly, weeks passed, and insanity turned into everyday life. My parents started dressing and acting like the neighbors. They joined town events and made friends that were just as lost as them. Harry wanted us to stay. The townspeople wanted us to stay. And Sutton became our new reality. Wow. Wow. This is just like the other story that I was gonna read, except it's more of a Halloween-y. Interesting. Very interesting. God, yeah, no, I'm flabbergasted. These are good songs. These are good stories. Let me see if I can find a creepypasta. 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 Are you guys enjoying the ASMR? Do you like it? I hope you like it. Was that a long story or is that just me? Cool. No. Let me see if I can find something to Let's see if we can find short creepy pastas. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. So this is called oh my god. This is too long. Nope, 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 nope. I am not reading this. I am not reading this. Nope. Nope. Okay, gross? Creepypasta. Short stories. Yeah, cause the one I clicked on was a, it was long. Should I eat another cricket? I kinda wanna eat another cricket. Is that weird? Short horror story, okay. Okay, ready? Okay, I got a short story. A few years ago, my brother would get a call on his cell phone around 2 to 3 a.m. every night. He would answer, and it was this hellish-sounding noise, like static mixed with screams. He changed his cell number after a month of this, and it stopped. Then, after a week or so, it began again. The exact same noise, exact same time. Finally, one day he decided to back-dial the call. It was an old man that had no clue what he was talking about. Still, the calls persisted. If he didn't answer, it would call a few more times. No messages were left. He decided to say screw it, and ended his contract with his phone company, switched to a new one, and then got another new number. You guessed it, the screaming static calls continued after a short delay. By this time, he was terrified every night, unsure why this was happening. He back-dialed the number again and got a different person. Around this time, he lost his job and his phone. The calls stopped, of course. His phone was disconnected now, so one day my mom asked me to listen to this weird message she got on our home phone. It was a static screaming. We showed my brother and he was freaking out. He back-dialed the number again and it said the number was disconnected this time. Never heard from it again after that. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that made sense. This see. Oh shit, I didn't. Oh shit. Let me post this stream on Twitter. Okay, ready? Okay. Sure. Alright, so let me find what else do you want to do? I can make Halloween noises. Okay, 69 minutes in. Oh, you love it when it's 69 minutes, don't you? So I know I want to read a creepypasta. The creepypasta that I liked before. Okay, none from me, but I remember a story a high school teacher told me that always stuck with me. My former teacher was home alone when she was a child, at some point in the 70s, probably. A man knocked on her door and she opened her main door but kept her screen door locked. He said he was from the gas company and wanted to talk to her parents. She told him they weren't home and he, without missing a beat, tried to start forcing his way into the home. When he found the screen door to be locked, he pulled out a fucking box cutter and started to cut through the screen. My teacher ran to hide in a clothes hamper in her parents' closet. She said she sat there for about 10 minutes before the police arrived. Thank God a neighbor saw everything and called the police, or she probably would be dead. Also, to put the cherry on the freaking creepy Sunday, they found the intruder hiding in the attic. Hello! Welcome. Welcome, Lord Tokai. Supplies at my desk. Oh, you're so sweet. She told us that as a cautionary tale to lock all doors and windows when home alone. Of course, naturally, I would go home from school to be alone for hours. Doom. Wow. My grandfather died last year sometime when my son was maybe a year old. We had dinner with the whole family every Friday night, so my son had seen him several times. My grandfather was a very quiet, proud man, but when he thought he was alone or unseen, he would make silly faces at my son to get a laugh. A couple nights after his funeral, my son, who liked to crawl into bed with us in the middle of the night, started just laughing uncontrollably at like 2 a.m. So I get out of bed to see what's going on and find my son sitting in the middle of the living room. In the dark, laughing, I say, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing?" In a toddler's speak, he says, "Papa, funny." I got a little nervous for some reason and went to pick him up and bring him to our room for the rest of the night. As I'm hauling him away, he says, "Bye, Papa," and blows a kiss at absolutely nothing I can see. Hi, Lord Tokai. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. No. Don't let them in. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so my boyfriend suggested this one. It's called "Don't Let Them In." Written by... Jesus fucking Christ, this is so long. Oh my god, okay, it's long, but it's... This might be our last story? It's called "Don't Let Them In." It says creepypasta. Hi. Okay, so... Estimated time reading, 13 minutes. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Ready? Ready? Okay, creepypasta time. I'm gonna change the music to something spooky. Spooky, scary, creepy pasta music. Hello, senpai. Welcome. I'm gonna read a creepypasta that my boy toy recommended. It's called "Don't Let Them In." Welcome to the stream. Calling him that is just so silly. Hello, senpai unwanted. Yes, this is creepypasta theme. This is singing song. Okay, this is scary, alright. I'm gonna make this even scarier. Watch this. Watch this. Don't look at that. Ah, no! Okay, ready? Does this look scary? Am I dark? Am I scary? Am I scary? Alright, this is the scariest creepypasta I could do. I don't know. Very spooky. Good. Titties. titties. Okay, what about this? A fan favorite? Is it really? Alright, I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna get real close. I'm gonna get real close. I'm gonna real close. I'm going to put on this face. Let me... Nope, that's not it. Yeah, that's it. There we go, there we go. Do I look scary? Am I spooky enough? Oh no, my tail! Now that's scary. Okay, that was actually frightening. What was that? What was that? What was that? What the fuck was that? Right, ready? Cool. Cool.
Addiction.
That was really deep. Should I go with a deeper voice for this story since it's scary?
Addiction took our mother slowly, rocked her through it, and sung her to sleep, sunk deep into the mattress on her bed. When her back teeth fell out, she left them on the side of the bathtub. I was 7, and I kept them in a matchbox. The missing pieces of her kept safe so that she wouldn't be lost forever. So maybe one day we could put her back together. Our house fell around us.
Oh, is this,
And we tried our best to raise ourselves. The ceilings had water damage. The bottom stairs had dry rot. And the winters, the radiators bled rust. But it was still our house, and Annie made it a home.
My sister Annie mothered me with lopsided band-aids on bruised knees and lukewarm microwave meals. She told me ghost stories and didn't mind when I crawled into her bed later on. Too scared to sleep alone, she taught me to dance, barefoot on the living room carpet, music channel on full volume on the TV, shaking our pre-adolescent hips.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Lukewarm milk. She always let me shower first so that I could enjoy the hot water, and never complained when she had to make do with the cold. She brushed my hair every day. Before school, even when I screamed and hit her when she caught the tangles, Annie was dark-haired like her father, whoever he had been, but I was blonde. Annie was desperate to be blonde too, like Marilyn Monroe, like Mom. I think she thought it would make them closer, remind Mom less of her dad. I'd give anything for her to have her hands in my hair one more time, even if it hurt. Hi, Dicey Mom! Hi, Dicey Mom! Lukewarm milk is not nice and chewy. You take those words out of your mouth. You take those words right out of your mouth, Daishima, please. Please. You know what I do want to chew, though? Oh. Oh, if you ever want a recommendation for a snack, salt and vinegar crickets. Okay, she moved to New York when I turned 18 and never came back. I still dream about her sometimes. Keeping up with our mother was impossible, and we learned from a young age that we would always be left behind. It didn't make it any easier. When she was drinking light, she was radiant, and it would wake us up at 3 a.m. with pancakes dripping in cherry syrup. Sometimes when the weather was right, she'd had enough been drunk alone, she would call our school up and tell them we had both come down with summer sickness, and we'd drive to the beach instead. I remember being 9 years old in the backseat of the car, coming home after one of our ocean days, sucking the salt from my fingers. Ew, who sucks the salt from their fingers? Annie had just dyed her hair blonde. Her best friend Jane helped helping her bend over our kitchen sink. From behind, I couldn't tell who was the mother and who was the daughter. Radio up and windows down, blowing the sky inside. Hi, Tito Pass. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. When she was drinking heavily, she'd be out all night, hair piled up like a beauty queen, eyes glazed over and ringed with glitter and black. Sometimes she'd be gone a day or two. She would never give us advance. Notice, one day we'd just wake up to an empty house, with the fridge packed full and post-it note on its door, completely with the smear of Mom's lipstick, the outline of a kiss, telling us she'd be back soon. Sometimes she'd bring guys home, filling the table with beer cans and ashtrays, smoke up to the ceiling, Mom lost in the haze. We'd sleep with pillows over our heads, trying to drown out the music they would blast all night, and wake up to strangers at our kitchen table in the morning asking us where we kept the coffee. Hello. I'm reading a creepypasta called Don't Let Them In, recommended by my boyfriend. When Mom drank too little, she fell apart. She wouldn't buy food, and the refrigerator went bare. She'd chain smoke, leaving cigarette burns on the wallpaper up by the stairs like the walls were sick and decaying. She barely slept, walking around with blue half-moons under her eyes, knuckles raw. She would scream at the slightest thing. I remember once when I spilled a glass of juice on the couch, she looked over at me with dead eyes and dragged me off onto the carpet and then took every single... Jesus Christ! What the fuck? What? I lost my spot. She looked over at me with dead eyes and dragged me off onto the carpet and then took every single cushion off the couch and into the backyard and set them on fire. Annie went to watch a while from the window and then sat next to me on the floor, backs pressed against the skeleton of the seats, head resting in the crater of my collarbones. This is not on Nyabi's autobiography. You shut up, Daishima. Shut up. Shut up. It was the worst when Mom drank too much. She'd laugh too loudly and too long at anything and everything until her mouth started to shake and she began to cry into her cereal at the breakfast table. Oh, that reminds me. I really want to eat cereal. I want half and half. I know it's a... You would make my, my ass cheeks go like... But I really like half and half cereal. I ran out of cereal. I need to get more cereal. I ate all my cereal. Annie shut down when Mom was like this, going somewhere deep inside herself where no one could hurt her. She'd stay up in the morning watching old black and white movies on TV, whispering in the lines she knew by heart like prayers. When I was 5 years old, I'd cry when I'd find Mom passed out on her bed. Sure, she would never wake up. Annie would wipe my tears and tell me she was only sleeping, like the princesses in my storybook. We'd sit on Mom's bed together and wait for her to wake up. When we were older, I was the one who would pick Mom up off the bathroom floor again, and Annie would put her to bed, smoothing her hair off her face, wiping the vomit from her mouth, and changing her clothes if she'd pissed herself. Watching them then, there was no doubt that Annie was the mother now. Jeez. Jesus Christ. Jeez. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? I need to drink. Okay. Sorry. It's so loud. Okay, ready? It was October, and I was 13, Annie 16. It was a Wednesday night, and Mom had been gone for 2 days. She'd called us that morning from a payphone, voice slurring, telling us she was having the best time with all her new friends, and that she hoped we were doing fine. When she asked me if I was having a good birthday, I hung up on her. My birthday had been the day before. Annie had given me a pile of presents, strawberry lip gloss and glittery nail polishes. I didn't ask where she'd gotten the money for them. I didn't care. We'd taken the bus to the beach with Jane and ate the birthday cake she had made for me, sand getting into the frosting. It tasted like sweetness and the sea, and I savored every bite and scrape of sugar against my teeth. We watched the sun go down. Annie snapping grainy photos on her Nokia as I blew out my candles. Hi, Draxie! How are you, Draxie? How are you? How are you? How are you? We watched the sun go down, Annie snapping grainy photos on her Nokia as I blew out my candles, wishing over and over that Mom wouldn't come home, that she'd stay gone this time. But that Wednesday night, Annie and I weren't speaking. Anger hung heavy between us, seeping through the floorboards. It began when she tripped at the bottom of the stairs. We'd both laugh, Annie throwing her head back, the gap between her front teeth catching the light. When I'd bent to pick her up, I felt her breath, warm against the freckles on my cheeks. I let go of her arms, and she fell again, hitting the floor and grinning, shaking her hair from her face. Her breath was heavy with whiskey. I couldn't start picking her up, too. Couldn't watch her fall again and again. Just like Mom, I knew she'd never get back up. Was good. Thank you. Thank you. I usually stream earlier, so I'm really glad you're here, Draxia. I'm really happy. I'd stared down at her, blonde hair hanging over her eyes, and all I could see was our mother. And I was running, feet slamming the hallway like heartbeats turned loose. I'd run for the kitchen and tipped every bottle we had down the sink, shoving Annie back as she fought to stop me, catching liquor on her fingers as it fell. She grabbed my shoulders and made me drop the very last bottle. It smashed between us on the floor, glass shards shining like we'd dragged the stars out the sky and broken them, like pieces we could never put back. Outside, through the open windows, the sky turned pale gold, the clouds a mess of pink and cream smeared across the horizon. I cried then, watching my sister on her knees picking up the pieces. That was Annie, always trying to fix things even when it was too late. The smell of food tracked me from my room, my stomach turning traitor inside my ribcage. Annie was cooking pasta, real food not made in a microwave. She'd set the table, Tammy Wynette singing softly from the CD player. Annie gently swaying her hips as she stirred the tomato sauce, rich and warm. As we ate in silence, I forgave her more with every bite. Mom never cooked dinner, never remembered my favorite had been spaghetti since I was a kid, and never stayed sober long enough to sit up at a table. Annie wasn't Mom. We were washing the dishes when we first heard it. A moth was crawling down the inside of the pane, and I cracked the window to let it out into the dark. Thank you. Thank you, Draxia. Oh, you're so sweet. Sorry. I just, I'm trying to make it spooky. Because, you know, Halloween. Okay. From the backyard came a faint sound. I tilted my head to listen. As it was coming from far off, crying, I figured it was Mika, the 2-year-old next door, having a tantrum loud enough for us to catch. Or maybe even Lucky Strike, the cat that belonged to the junkies down the street, begging for food like he sometimes did. I always wanted to feed him when he came around, winding over my ankles, but Annie always stopped me, saying once you started giving, they never stopped taking. Looking back, I don't think she was talking about the cat. Annie flipped the Christmas lights strung up around the porch, and we sat on the plastic beach chairs watching the skies. When we were little, we'd sit outside, and Annie would tell me the names of all the constellations and the stories of how they came to be hung up in this night sky. I had to grow up before I realized she made them all up as she went along. It was a game we still like to play now, making up ridiculous stories for the shapes we could pick out. Thank you, Jaxie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, hold on. Let me just pull. Okay, so... Ah yes, that one there is the Coors Light. It got there when God dropped it out of his convertible window and never picked it up, she said, nodding sagely and hiding her smile. Of course, I said, waving my hands and pointing up past the power lines right next to the ashtray left by there by angels on a smoke break. Yeah, they say if you wish on it, all your dreams will come true, said Annie with a grin. Then she stopped laughing and her voice grew quiet, face tilted up to all those dead stars. Let's wish, Emmy. Let's wish. So we did. The sound of wailing interrupted us. It was closer this time, and definitely... Whoa! Human. We turned to one another in confusion. Oh my gosh, is this Siren Head? Is this Siren Head? And Annie shrugged, and I squinted into the black. It sounded like a baby, lost, tired, and alone. It must be Mika, I said, slowly getting to my feet. Maybe he walked around the back? Do you want to call Connie and tell her we'll bring him over? Annie didn't reply. I sighed and rolled my eyes. Okay, I guess I'll do everything then. I stepped off the porch, grass soft against my heels. The air smelled like it might rain, fresh and clean and growing, a promise unfulfilled. Annie's voice was strained. I turned to her with a smile. It died on my face when I saw the look on her own. Get inside now. She was staring out into the dark, past me and opening the door with one hand behind her, fingers fumbling on the latch. I froze, barefoot in the dirt. I'd glimpse at what she was looking at. In the bushes by the back fence, someone was crouching with their knees tucked up neatly under his chin, and his arms wrapped around his legs. His mouth was agape, softly opening and closing as he cried, like a child lost in the dark. No, not like a child. More like someone pretending, mimicking the sound under cover of darkness. Suddenly they straightened their backs, snapping upright, face still obscured by shadow. They were tall and slim, extraordinarily thin by human standards. Whoa. Panic made me move, carried forward by animal instincts left over from a time when people still lived in nature. I was faster than Annie, dragging her inside and slamming the door behind us, hearing it bounce on its hinges as I locked it. We watched as the person slowly approached the house with long, deliberate strides. Annie reached for my hand, holding me tight, and turned me to face her, holding my shoulders. Don't turn around, Emmy. Don't turn around. Instinctively, I started to look over my shoulder into the gloom. Annie grabbed my face hard and shook her head. I knew then she was serious. Her voice cracked, and she cleared her throat, gripping my hand tight enough to hurt. Nails digging in, grounding herself. I looked down at our interlocked fingers, both of us born of the same bones. I'm going to call the cops, and everything is going to be... Her voice failed, stuttering as tears spilled over her lashes. Annie never cried. Your phone's on the porch, she whispered, and bile crawled its way up my throat. Her phone was upstairs, charging. A soft tapping filled the silence. Annie turned wide-eyed to the window. It was the sound of someone's forehead slowly and repeatedly bumping against the glass. Then the blows accelerated, gaining in both speed and strength, skin meeting glass until they were slamming into the window hard enough to shake the panes. Jesus fucking Christ. A moment later, the tapping stopped, and I was about to ask if Annie if I could look now, when she screamed, followed by the sound of cracking glass and a tremendous crash. Whoever was in our yard had just smashed their face hard enough into the window to shatter it. We ran up the stairs, 2 steps at a time, skipping the rotted ones out of habit. I turned to look behind me once, and Annie yanked my face back before I could see it. The sound of glass breaking echoed behind us as we made it to the bathroom and locked the door. A weak, mewling cry like that of an infant calling for its mother filled the hallway trapped between the walls and entryways. Annie threw her back against the door, feet jammed up against the bathtub, clutching a knife she had grabbed from the kitchen. I joined her, shoulder to shoulder, and she did the same. Slow footsteps started on stairs, calculated and casual. The crying took on a mocking quality, resembling laughter, arriving in short, shrill bursts of sound, followed by high-pitched giggling, then silence, only to start again a moment later. The first door on the upstairs floor was my bedroom, and we heard the distinct sound of it slamming open. They were looking for us. What the fuck is going on? I asked Annie, not even bothering to brush away the tears that I couldn't keep from falling. I watched my sister pick herself up off the floor and brace her hands on the door as we heard the sound of the second door slamming open. Mom's room. The next room on the hallway was the bathroom. Annie pulled me to my feet and handed me the knife. I shook my head and pushed it back to her, terrified of what would happen if I had to use it. Annie shoved me and pressed the knife into my hands, thumb pressing hard enough along the edge to draw blood. I watched a winding road of crimson rivulets rivulets cascading down her wrist. In spite of the pain, Annie continued pushing the blade into my hands. Finally, I took it from her. Something slammed against the wall that Mom's room shared with the bathroom. A high-pitched howl followed. I held my breath and felt my heart beating frantically in the base of my throat. "I'm gonna get the phone from my room," my sister said. I shook my head dramatically in protest. "No!" Before I could say a word, Annie clamped a hand over my mouth. I could taste the blood on her hand, salt and sweet, like birthday cake by the ocean. "Yes, I'm gonna get the phone and I'm going to call the cops. We're going to be okay." I shook my head again. "It's the only way," Annie insisted. "When I go, I need you to lock the door, and I don't want you to open it for anything or anyone. Not for me, not for anyone. Promise me." I shook my head, and Annie pressed her hand against my mouth, pushing my teeth against my lips so forcefully it made my eyes water. "Promise me, Em." Something smashed into the room next door. Annie brushed the hair from my face and gently tucked it behind my ear. "Promise," she mouthed, and unlocked the door as slowly as possible. The bolt scraping gently, I watched the curve of her shoulder disappear into the darkened hall, like the moon in eclipse, and then she was gone. I couldn't move or breathe for a second. Then I slammed the bolt shut just as something bounced off the outside of the door. A high-pitched scream ensued, followed by the handle rattling up and down hard enough to pop a screw loose. I watched it roll towards me on the tiles, and then everything went still. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Mama. I like how I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. I sat with my back to the door, holding the knife, and wishing I was holding Annie's hand instead. The silence continued. For a moment, the only sound was that of my breath slowly filling the room. A voice broke the illusion of solitude. "Em?" A familiar voice came through the doors, startled. I gripped the knife even more firmly than before. "Honey, what's going on?" "Mom?" My voice cracked. "Mama, is that you?" I wrapped my arms around myself to keep from shaking. "Sweetie, it's okay, just open the door. It's okay, just let me in." The handle rattled again, gentler this time. "Just let me in, it's all okay." She banged impatiently on the door, and I took my handle off the bolts. "Honey, I'm sorry that I missed your birthday. I'm sorry I'm such a terrible mother. Please." Her voice broke down, but she started to cry. "Just let me in, baby. I'm so sorry." I screwed my eyes shut. She sounded so sad and so lost. I just wanted her to hold me like as she did when I was a kid. When I'd come in with a scraped knee after falling off the swings. Maybe this time she meant it. Perhaps it would all be okay. My hand found its way to the bolt again. My sister's voice came through the door, warm and gentle. "Yeah, Emily, let us in. It's all okay." My hand froze on the bolt, and I tightened my grip on the weapon. Annie never called me by my full name. A hand banged on the door, handle rattling. "Emily, let us in." Annie's voice became low and guttural, followed by the same shrill giggles from before. Mom spoke now, pleading and crying, her voice growing louder and louder. "Let us in! Let us in! Let us in!" She shouted over and over again, punctuated by her fists on the door. I thought about bedtime stories and all the demons and monsters we pray never crawl out from under our beds. "That's not my sister, and you're not my mother," I screamed through the door, hands over my head. I climbed into the bathtub, curled into the fetal position, and clutched the knife into my chest. I didn't know what it was outside the door, but I knew it wasn't Annie. It wasn't the voice that scolded me whenever I changed the TV channel, the one that sang me happy birthday, the one that told me I was smart even when I got bad grades, the one that read me stories about princesses that never wake up. It wasn't human. Bangs and yells came from downstairs, followed by the footsteps of people running. A low guttural howl ripped through the house, filling the room until I felt like I was drowning in the sound. And then the door was kicked in. I screamed, covered my eyes, and waited to die. A moment later, arms found me, lifted me from the tub, and carried me from the room. It looked like I looked at the outside of the door as I was taken downstairs.
Its exterior was covered in long, scraping claw marks stretching to the floor. I found the hallway covered in the soft, downy remains of torn-up pillows, making it appear as if it had snowed indoors. I watched the tiny feathers drift slowly as men in uniforms checked each of the rooms that looked like they had been ripped apart by something feral. Outside, police cars and an ambulance waited in our driveway. There in the middle of it all was Annie, bathed in blue and red light and glowing in the dark like a neon angel. I threw myself from the officer's shoulders and ran to her. Then I held us both together, broken pieces and all, standing under all those constellations we'd concocted. Muffled screaming came from the ambulance, which rocked occasionally. Annie gently turned my head away, smiling so sadly it made my chest ache. I understood. Turns out there was no demon, no wild animal or bad man were trying to break in. It was just Mom, out of her mind on booze, drugs, and everything in between, coming to the end of a week-long binge. Something had finally broken inside her head, and this time we couldn't put her back together no matter how hard we tried. Sometimes you fall one last time and then never get back up. Wow. Whoa. Annie had seen her rail-thin frame in the garden, blood dribbling from her mouth, track marks bulging on her forearms like unmapped roads. Desperate for one more hit, one more fix, she'd searched the kitchen for all the alcohol I'd thrown away, and when she hadn't found any, she went hunting for the stash hidden in the bathroom. She hadn't wanted me, just the drugs on the other side of the door. She'd been so high she was able to mimic Annie's voice nearly perfectly. The real monsters are the ones that eat you alive slowly, the kind that come in bottles, in a bottle or a needle, or at the end of a long list of reasons why you can't get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes the monsters are the ones that raise you or love you the most, but it's up to you to let them in.
Wow! Wow! That was crazy! What the fuck? Wow! Oh my god, holy shit! That was an intense story. Sorry, I shouldn't get so loud. This is still technically an ASMR stream. But I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there because that was a really crazy good story. Thank you so much for the recommendation, darling. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to, I don't know what else I'm gonna do tonight, so I'm probably just gonna relax and play some games, and I hope you guys enjoy your fall. And I hope that, yeah, let's talk a little bit before the story. Oh, there we go. Phew. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I did have fun. Did you have fun? Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Mama, mama, mama. Mama, mama, mama. See, I can do so many different voices. I can do deep voices. I could do high-pitched voices if I wanted to. I could do in a woo voice. Do you want me to do in a woo voice for the last 15 minutes of the stream? I'm probably just gonna play a game or something. I don't know. I've been really wanting to play Baldur's Gate, but I wanted to save that for next month. So I don't... I'm so glad, Cheeto Pops. I'm so glad. I can't tell if people are still watching because it gets so quiet when I'm reading. I'm gonna play only cans. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna play only cans and see if I can get the highest score. I'm gonna watch Matt Pat videos. I don't know. I'm not used to doing stuff on my own. I think whenever I'm just alone, I just start to watch YouTube videos and draw. So, but I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope we can get to 500 this month. That would be so amazing if we could get to 500 subscribers, because then I'll get to have memberships. And if I get memberships, that means if I get memberships, that means I can get money from YouTube. And when I get money from YouTube, that means I can have emotes on YouTube. So if I get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, I'll be able to have emotes. And if that, I hope we can do that soon. So thank you again, everybody, for watching. I love you all. Fan super chat, fan super chat, fan super chat. Yeah, super chats. I'm excited for super chats. I'm so excited for super chats. Thank you. I love you guys. And be on the lookout for some more art commissions that I commissioned art of me and my boo doing the do, you know. So you're gonna love that. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.